Hey y'all, good to see you back. So, you might just love me forever after this recipe because I didn't think it was possible and I can't even take credit for this recipe. There's this guy I follow on Instagram. His name is Joey Sorts, and he created the closest thing to cookie dough that I have had without having cookie dough. So this is a healthy cookie dough using protein powder. I am particularly using a grass-fed beef protein powder. That's kind of like the newest thing right now. I was like, oh, what the hell? I'll give it a try. And it is so good, but I do love this brand. For the record, any protein powder I think will work for this recipe. If you want to do like a chocolate protein powder, vanilla, strawberry, cool, use whatever you have. But this is the base core ingredients we're working with. So as I just mentioned, protein powder, obviously that's what we're using there. I'm using coconut flour. Now, that's kind of like an odd item that probably not everyone has in their house. So if not, that's totally fine. Use like an almond flour. Just again, we're trying to keep this fairly light. So one or the other works just great. The coconut is pretty coconutty, obviously. But again, don't want to use that. Layla bug. There's pool guys outside, so she's losing her shit. Anyways, pure maple syrup. Any maple syrup you have. I have a cinnamon infused maple syrup. I've actually made this recipe with that before. So good. So good as well. But we're just staying with Old Reliable here, just plain maple syrup. Of course, we've got some cottage cheese. So if you didn't use up all the cottage cheese from last week's video when we made that egg salad, which by the way, I had some today even. It's just so good. It's so good. It's so simple, protein packed, but nevertheless, cottage cheese. Always have it in the house. And then, whoops, I've got just a brick of dark chocolate here. You can use any chocolate you want. To be honest, chocolate chips are more convenient. I just didn't have any on hand, so I'm going to break off a few of these squares, just chop them up, and those are going to be our chocolate chips for our cookie dough. Now, I've also made this with dates, like the medjool dates that come in the container. These little babies right here. So if you want to do these are a nice little added sweetness texture type thing to throw in here as well. But again, there's a few different ways to vary this up, again, with the chocolate and then the protein powder. Next time, I want to try using like a peanut butter protein powder because I just love peanut butter. So I think that would be super great. But pretty versatile recipe or ingredients, if you will. It is so stinking easy to make too. You guys know that I have typically a tub of cottage cheese on hand along with another tub of cottage cheese that I blend prior to that because I make so many just chip dips and veggie dips out of blending cottage cheese. So just to show you guys the full process, I will blend this cottage cheese now, but we're just gonna blend these two, dump it in a bowl, mix these two in there, and stir in our chopped up chocolate chunks. Pop it in the fridge. Honestly, the cottage cheese is cold now, so it's probably ready to eat right after we do all that. But so simple, comes together so fast. And if you're craving a sweet treat, this does it for me. I just won't give up cookie dough. I love cookie dough. I like brownies. I don't love cookies, but I like cookie dough. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Maybe you guys sympathize with that, but anyways, this is a healthy alternative that if you really need it during the week, you know, this is the way to go. So anyways, we're just gonna throw it together now and we'll be good to go for the week. All right, you guys, that's all there is to it. As I said earlier, now we're like set for the week. There ain't no way I'm eating all this in a week. I just honestly didn't know what to say. So we're gonna freeze a lot of this. Now, what I typically do is just take like a cookie scooper as if you were to bake these. I honestly don't know if you could. I've never even thought about it till this exact moment, to be quite honest. So if you guys do, comment and let me know. It might be good. I don't know. I'm one of those that even if we bake cookies, I don't like actual cookies. So I'll like nuke the dough in the oven and then I'll eat still the dough, but just like warm. I don't know. That's just me. I can't be the only one that does that. Anyways, I am going to freeze about half of this, probably more than half, and then just put the rest of it in the fridge for any point during the week that I may want some of this or someone else does. I don't know. But just put these in little individual scoop little balls like this. And you can wrap them in a saran wrap or put them in a Ziploc bag if you want to do that. I just happen to have a plastic Tupperware container. And I don't know about you guys or if this was just me, but we had like back in the day, like in elementary school, the big tubs of like the Nestle Toll House cookies they came in like hockey pucks. I don't know if anyone else got those, but that's what this container kind of reminds me of when I'm pulling a little hockey puck of cookie dough out of a container. So I'm kind of tricking myself into thinking I'm getting more than what I really am, but it works for me. So if you guys want to do that, if you do have a little container that you can freeze, works perfect for this. Aside from that though, I'm sure this is super exciting watching me just like scoop little things of dough in here, but that is really all there is to it. Like I said, there's so many different ways to make this. I am going to try the peanut butter version of this at some point when I run out of this in the chocolate. I do actually, in fact, have this one in the chocolate, and I love the chocolate one more than this, but this one is great for baking or really anything you kind of just want to sprinkle it in. That guy that I said created the original of this recipe, if you use his code, it's just code sorted. Like you're sorting laundry, just code is sorted, and it gets you 15% off your first order. That's what I did, and I'm so glad I did it because I really love that protein powder. So if you want to try it, you can. That's totally up to you, but I'm always looking for a new one, good one to use, and that is just a super clean brand. So ta-da. Enjoy. I hope you guys enjoy the cookie dough as much as I do. I'm quite impressed by it, to be honest. I just haven't found a good cookie dough that's healthy, that actually replicates cookie dough. It's the biggest part for me, I feel like, has been consistency, and this is definitely it. So anyways, you guys do what you will with it. If you guys do any kind of weird, crazy concoctions with it, please comment below because I personally will try it out. I just think this is so easy and fun to make. It's, again, a little sweet treat, super quick and easy to make, and you can pop it in the freezer. So until then, though, I will see you guys next week.